Hi guys, I'm Madeleine Edgar and I'm the author of my Marvellous Movement Feldenkrais workbooks, which you can find at marvellousmovement.com. So today's lesson is going to be about foot circles, but we're going to be doing them in a different position than we perhaps might usually do them. And today I'm not going to demonstrate the movements because, like another of my colleagues and many of them, we don't normally demonstrate the movements. So it's much better for you to experiment and play with movement and just follow the instructions and make your own learning and discoveries from inside yourself. You don't have to get it right. That's such a lovely feeling, not having to get it right. So we'll start off by, perhaps in my earlier videos I've done a body scan in standing and another one in lying, and hopefully you can do those first before you start your lesson. But once you've done them, you can come and lie on your stomach and fold your arms in front of you and put your right hand on top of your left hand and rest your forehead on the top of your right hand. And in this position, just notice what your sense of your contact on the floor is like lying on your stomach, because again, this is a different kind of scan, lying on your stomach. And particularly notice the way that you sense your legs lying. Is there space between them? Are they close together? Do your heels turn in or out? And do they both turn in the same direction or in opposite directions, or is one in the middle and one to the side? Just become aware of how your legs actually contact the floor in this position. And today I'm going to talk you through the movements on the right side, and you can then repeat the movements on the left side later on. So gently roll your right leg in and out a little bit so that your heel turns in and then out. But go softly. Remember, the smaller you do the movements, the more you learn. Very hard lesson to learn. We're all used to doing big, strong, powerful movements. So is it easier to turn the heel inwards or outwards? Is the movement smooth or a little bit jumpy or jerky? Okay, and then let your leg come to rest. And maybe just do it with the left leg as well to compare the two, because there's often quite a difference between them. So begin to roll your left leg and heel a little bit inwards and outwards, and notice, is it easier on that side or more difficult or just plain different? So now bend your right leg so that your lower leg and foot are pointing towards the ceiling. And in this position, take notice of the position of your foot. Does it feel as if the toes are closer to the ceiling or the heel? Okay. And then gently begin to tilt your foot, just your foot from the ankle, not with the leg. And just tilt your foot a little bit to inwards and a little bit outwards. It's not a big movement, but just do that a few times to feel, how do you do that? How do you rock the weight to the inside of your foot and then back to the outside of your foot? And where is neutral? And pause. And then begin to take the toes up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor. And do that a few times and notice what happens when you take your toes upwards and downwards. Do the toes and the foot stay in the same line, or do your toes curl over, or do they want to extend? Again, is the movement smooth or a little bit jumpy? And come back to neutral. And now this time begin to take your heel up towards the ceiling and down again, and notice how that feels in comparison. What changes when you focus your attention on a different part of your foot? Okay, so come back again to neutral. And now begin to take the toes up towards the ceiling, but curl them, as the foot goes up towards the ceiling, curl the toes downwards as if you're making a little fist with your toes. And as you bring your foot back down towards the floor, can you extend your toes so that the back of the toenails come towards the front of the foot? And do that movement a few times so the toes are going in the opposite direction to the foot. We need to have many choices, many variations of movement to be able to move really efficiently. And then a few times do the movement letting the toes follow the foot. Foot goes up, toes go up, foot goes down, toes go down. Come back to neutral and rest for a moment, and then begin to tilt your foot inwards and outwards again, as if you were standing, you would be shifting the weight to the inside of your foot and to the outside of the foot. Has that movement changed at all since you've done the other movements? We can really refine the movements of the foot much more than we think we can, and the foot is very adaptable. And that's why it's good for us to walk outside in bare feet on rough ground that goes up and down hills, sand or lawn, to really feel that connection of the foot to the earth and how the rest of the skeleton can adapt to the movements of the foot and the reactions from the foot. And pause. And now slowly begin to make a clockwise circle from your ankle only. Your lower leg stays towards the ceiling, and just circle your foot, and again observe the circle. Are the bits of it missing? Is it a bit zigzaggy here or jumpy? Or are there some bits of it that are not really in your awareness at all, and that can happen. So take your time, do it slowly. If it's really jumpy, then just make it smaller. Small and slow is the way to go. The less you do, the more you know. My little slogan. And then come back and begin to make the circle from the ankle only in the anti-clockwise direction, and notice how that goes. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's harder, maybe it's just different. Don't judge yourself. And then bring your leg down and have a rest on your stomach. And other variations of this can be to put your left hand on top of your right, or to turn your head to the right or the left. So you can play a lot more with those variations. And the next lesson will be about making circles with your foot and your lower leg, which has lots more effect on your body. So when you're ready, just come onto your side and come up to sitting, and then to standing, and stand for a moment and just close your eyes, go inside, and notice how the weight feels on your right foot and leg compared to the left leg. Okay, see you in the next lesson. Bye.